Oh, today is a great day. It's Thursday, and it's May 7th, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're on YouTube Live with ADIKA and his friends, and today's special guest, the fabulous, the wonderful Sunset Strips, Hollywood's little boy, Riki Rachtman will be here in about a couple seconds, minutes, but get comfortable in your bed with your husband, with your wife. Put ADIKA on your lap. Let me lay in the middle. Let's be yentas. Ciao.
Ladies, right there. Here's ADIKA. Is that it? Am I pointing towards you? I can't figure this out.
You're gonna get it.
Or you got? Oh yeah, just do that. Yeah, point at yourself for me.
Right there.
There's Corey Levitt. There's Michael McVeigh.
This is ADIKA. That's Oy vey. Say hi, Oy vey.
Hello.
That's Leviton. What a face.
Love the cup, Corey.
I love the folder hanging by your camera on the top. Where it's cutting you out the shadow on top. You didn't see it.
What is that? That's my guitar pick that I used to cover up the thing because I think people.
The hell with him, Michael. Right? That's Mike Fasano right there. Where's Mike Fasano? Where's Mike? There's Mike. We don't need Corey. We don't need him. Mazel. Hey, Mike. I want to tell you something before we do anything. What I'm drinking right now. Hold on. Let me get Corey. He needs a.
Please tell me what you're drinking.
What are you drinking over there?
I love you. I'm going to show everybody what I'm drinking. Hold on. Right here. You know how ADIKA starts his day? Why?
Tell us.
How does ADIKA start his day?
I'm going to tell you. First of all, why?
Good morning, darlings.
You know why I'm almost late for the show? Well, I was grinding my beans. And in the morning, I like to do a little Spearhead coffee. Ask me, how do you get this Spearhead coffee? I'm glad you asked, Fasano. Why, you go right here. You go to www.spearheadcoffee.com. Now, you want to rock your wife in the morning? Rock of love. You want to make her hot and ready for you in the morning? Why? Drink a little Spearhead. You want to yell at, your employees in the morning? Why? Drink Spearhead. You want to say, hey, Fasano, are you home?
I'm right here.
Drink Spearhead. Oy vey. Look what I found on eBay. Spearhead coffee.
Wow. A whole bag?
eBay?
A whole bag?
Let me tell you guys something. So when you brew it, right?
Yeah.
I like to brew it in my machine. It does like a one-shot espresso. I got the Brevel. But it makes me a perfect size cup. So I get my Spearhead cup out. I'm glad you asked. Corey,
why are you laughing?
Corey, this is how you turn your wife on. A real man drinks real coffee. Look at that. Woo! Yee, Vincent. Remember that commercial? Yee, Vincent. Wow. Yes. Spearhead. Coffee.
Spill it.
Coffee. Well, I know. Spill it on my laptop, right? I'll yell at Corey.
Are you
Corey,
getting money for this?
Corey, I get coffee for this. Look at this. It comes from the farm coffee. They roasted coffee. And then
smell it.
I bring it right on my house. Put it on the table. You see there's 3. One for me, one for my wife.
Show me
one for Corey's wife. Because you know what?
There she
I think Corey's wife's going to come and move in with me and my wife. I'd like to be one of those guys that has 3 wives. And if I was going to take anybody else's wife, I'd take your wife. You know why, Corey?
That means you get 2 headaches.
I get 2 headaches, but your wife's, she's a hot piece of ass.
She's not a headache.
Ooh, yeah, she's hot. Your wife's hot.
She is.
Ooh, and I'm alone in the garage. I could talk nasty about your
wife.
That's
the one thing the universe. That's the one bone the universe threw me.
Bone? Bone? Oy vey gets a bone when he looks at your wife when she comes on here. A bone.
I'm not gonna lie, Corey. It is what it is.
Oy vey.
I'm only human.
Who do you fight like late at night when you're talking to Melrose, Larry Green? Do you guys both talk about Corey's wife? Oy vey.
You mean Melrose?
Yeah, Melrose. You think Melrose has a crush on Corey's wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, he's singing songs at night. Fasano, did you know that? Now, Fasano.
Yes, I saw it.
You got a beautiful wife too.
Thank
Fasano,
you.
your wife is beautiful.
Teeth right now.
She's brushing it.
She's beautiful.
Let
another phone thrown.
You guys all make me feel lonely.
Phone's been thrown to me too.
Hey, Mike.
The bone gods.
Can Oy vey watch the toothpaste just drip out of your wife's mouth right now?
No.
No, why not? Do you get jealous? Do you get jealous?
Come on, we're friends.
No, I mean, she doesn't want to be on camera. She's like your wife.
I know. We need the wives to get her.
Corey, seriously, Corey, the only way my wife would come on is if Joanne talked to her and just told her it was going to be okay.
Yeah. How do we do
I'm
this?
sure she'd love to do that, but we should have an episode where like only the wives do the show and Amber hosts.
But the problem is, the problem is, guys, if we only have our wives, that means we're leaving Oy vey with our wives.
No, I'll sit right here, and they can be in the squares.
I'll sit right there. That's like swingers in the corner. I'll sit right here in the corner.
I'll be quiet. I'll just watch. I'll be like,
you should see my wife mocking me after the show, like doing my antics, like I have antics. I don't do anything. I'm just me, and then she does these things, and she's trying to be funny.
Like what?
Like, oh, let me get one in. Hang on, wait a minute. What is it? Look, I hear her. She brushed her teeth. What
is she? Put her on here. Get her here.
Brush her teeth. Come here.
Come here, Mrs. Fasano. Come here. Morty, come here. She's brushing her teeth. Get her here. Come on.
Okay, hang on. Let me take this off of the speakers. Put it on the speakers so she can hear you talking to her.
This is great TV.
Maybe.
This is good. This is good stuff.
It is good stuff.
This is the type of stuff. See, if only a guy like this was here, we'd make the show complete.
Get off my ass.
How you doing? You feeling okay?
I'm okay. I'm a little red, but I'm okay.
The top of your head looks really good. I could tell you're waxing. I know where you're going. You're going to Flirt Salon. You go 818-843-9400. When Eddie Trunk needs a good waxing, the behind, he goes to Flirt Salon. The girls at Flirt Salon take care of him. They take care of him well. Right? What do you think? Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. You're looking sharp. My man. Right, Mike? Looking really good. Mike muted himself. I don't know. He says I don't give him enough airtime. Then I give him airtime, and he mutes himself, the guy. And my wife, I didn't mute you. You did it. My wife hopped me China.
I just want to say hi to Deborah Mueller really quick because I got a friend request from you on Instagram this morning, and I thought we were already friends on it, and it's got some weird numbers by it, and it was private, so I had to request you. So I don't know if this is you. Also, you made a comment that you said I look dazed and confused. Listen, I'm surprised I get on the show. That's not.
Look at this, Mike Fasano. Look what Melrose says. Mike. Look what Melrose. Too many plugs, Stefan. Not enough on my head. I heard him playing piano the other night. He's great. I love this.
He's good.
He's good. But hold on, you guys. Mike Fasano. I did that. The waxing plug for you, and look at Melrose. He's hocking me China.
Well, I'm plugging Melrose right now. He's a great piano player.
Don't plug him. He says there's too many plugs. Screw him. Get him out.
But I'm plugging him physically, verbally.
I know. You're a good guy, Mike. I'm sorry I put you in ADIKA jail. I'm sorry.
Did really?
I don't know. I don't know. My wife makes me feel bad. Here, Debbie goes like this. Hi, Mike. Let's say good morning to everybody.
Which Debbie is this? Because there's two Debbie Millers that were friends of mine on Instagram. I'm confused now. I think there's a secret Debbie Moeller account.
Maybe one's a Debbie Moeller stalker.
The comments are coming in quick. Here, you call it out, Oy vey, and let Mike answer, or Corey.
Jackie says, hi, Debbie.
All right.
The Colonel says Stevie Wonder wouldn't pick that shirt out, Corey. Damn.
I love the Colonel. I love the Colonel.
Adam D says Corey and Ove. Hey, guys.
Let me go to the top. There's so many I missed I'm sorry. Let me go from the beginning right here.
All right. Hey, there's our buddy, Ken. Greetings, ladies and angels and winches and gentlemen. I like that.
Wait a second. We don't have winches on this show, Ken. Come on.
They could
be. Oh, yeah.
Winches is for the other show.
Look at that. Look at that picture right there.
Hey, Team cool Fury. Logo. I like that.
Don't plug Alex it, Team Petrini. Fury.
Al Medina, hello from Alex Petrini.
Oh, we love that. We love Alex.
Wendy, hey, I like your logo.
They're just saying hello to each other.
Yeah. That's
Morning,
okay.
Chris. That's okay.
That's okay, right here.
Lynn Barker, Fallen is Great by Tame Fury. Thank you, Lynn. That's our first single, actually.
That's beautiful.
Good ear.
Right here.
Debbie Moeller, Angels, Divas, and Winches. Debbie, you have a stalker out there.
That's right. Right there.
Hello, Debbie. Alex from Al Medina.
Yeah.
Al Medina. Mia Ace says good morning.
That's right.
Good morning, Mia Ace. I like the fact that you have Ace in your name.
Cool name, yeah.
Jeff.
Not as cool as Kinga.
Just like this one's a good one. Mike Fasano, yell that one out.
Oh, the stud muffins with my
Stud
coffee.
muffins.
Yeah. Hi, everyone, from Daniela.
Hey,
Hello,
Daniela.
Daniela.
I like that picture. That's a great photo, Daniela.
That's a
Hello.
cool photo.
That is cool. Look,
got
me and
that.
Daniela got the bandanas.
Wow.
We got. I'm trying to bring it back to Cathouse here. You know what's going on, you guys? Speaking of the Cathouse, she is the Troubadour.
Yeah.
Hello, Ann Santos. She's a Hollywood gal, right
Hi,
there.
Ann.
And speaking of Hollywood, the Troubadour, is it closing? What's going on, Corey?
They said that the owner, it's not Doug Weston died several years ago, but whoever he passed it on to said that it's not known for sure whether they can continue because the live venues don't, and they have apparently they don't own the place and they have some kind of lease, so they might go out of business. The Troubadour, which has been around. My God, how long has that even been around since? I mean, I know since the late 60s. It might even be before that.
It got to be the late 60s, right? The Troubadour?
Yeah.
That's such a shame. That's such a shame.
Oh, my God. I mean, Corey.
So much history. I mean, the Eagles, Linda Ronstadt, John Lennon getting thrown. I mean, there's so much rock history that happened in that small room. And it's basically the same as it was 40, 50 years ago. And it's, COVID, there's a lot of really unfortunate things that are happening along because of COVID, and this is definitely up there.
I'm going to put the link for the Troubadour in the comments, Corey, because it looked like the Troubadour. For anybody who wants to know about the Troubadour, it's a legendary place, and there's a little information that just popped up there. But really quick, from what I'm finding,
is there any kind of petition to stop that, or is it like a done deal?
I think a GoFundMe, I think.
I mean, here, so it opened in 1957, the Troubadour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Elton John, actually, if you saw the movie Rocketman, which I didn't like that movie, but he played there. James Taylor, Tom Waits had performed there. The Troubadour also. Wow.
That Robert Hilburn, for the LA Times critic, saw that show, wrote about him like he was Bruce Springsteen, and that basically made his career. Nobody knew him at the time. It didn't. I don't even think the Troubadour sold out.
Wow. And the history on the Troubadour. Wow. 1957, Lenny Bruce. He was arrested September, I guess.
There you go, Mike. Look at that.
Lenny Bruce. Oh, Slashes. That's right.
You played there, Mike, huh?
I played there too.
Yeah.
Cool.
With Soul. And it was Dad's Porno Mag. We were on tour with Snake Pit, but when we played in LA, Soul was the support act.
Wasn't Roxy? Roxy was in that band for a little bit too.
Yes, he was in Snake Pit. Yeah.
That's great, Mike.
And that awesome. That has to be like 97 or so.
Wow.
Ish.
That's wonderful.
Is that the Ticketmaster logo?
Look at the logo, Mike.
Hold
it up a
Is
little.
that Ticketmaster?
Where?
Up in the corners, each corner.
Ticketmaster,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Gosh, you know what? Gosh, I can't believe I'm impressing Michael Oive. Like I got some cool Kiss shit here. I love it.
That's badass, dude. I would actually. That's
you
a
just
cool
made
poster.
my day, Oive.
I mean,
you made mine.
Look at the history of this place. So you had 1964 after a gig by resident band The Men. Bob Dylan comes on stage. He came up there and jammed. Wow.
Melrose would love that.
1965, the Byrds, who met at a Monday open mic, performed their classic take on Dylan's Tambourine Man for the first time.
Wow.
1966, Buffalo Springfield made their first show, live debate. Joni Mitchell, 68. Richard Pryor, September 68. Wow. Gordon Lightfoot, 69. We had Neil Young played his first LA show there in June. James Taylor did his solo show there. Tim Buckley, live at the Troubadour, 69. Cheech and Chong, are discovered by Lou Adler at a Monday Hoot Night at the Troubadour, 1970. And Corey, the Eagles, check this out. At the Troubadour, the Don Henley and Glenn Fry, they met at the front bar.
Wow.
I thought that they were in Linda Ronstadt's backing band who played.
Well, it says they met there in 1970. I'm looking at their website. Elton John, he did his show in 1970, and you know who introduced Elton John at the Troubadour? Neil Diamond. And then Neil Diamond released the album Gold, and it was recorded live at the Troubadour. Chris Christopherson, he opened for Linda Ronstadt at the Troubadour. Wow, how about this one?
A lot of history.
There's so much history.
I saw Blind Melon play there in 95, right before Shannon died.
No, hey, Corey, I have a story for you. Listen to this real quick.
Sure.
Shannon Hoon, they were in Houston at a club called Numbers, and we met Shannon out by the tour bus, and somewhere between that time and 6 o'clock the next morning in New Orleans, he died. So we were actually like probably the last ones to meet him.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That was a trip. Yeah.
Wow. You know what? Speaking of that, so check this out. October 3rd, 1970, Janis Joplin partied at the Troubadour, and the next day is found dead at the Landmark Hotel from a heroin overdose.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, God, dude, I could do a whole show of the Troubadour. How about Carly Simon, 1971? She opened for Cat Stevens, and she met James Taylor for the first time.
Oh, wow.
They married later at the Troubadour.
I wonder if
I wouldn't. Sorry, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tries to petition to make this like a national landmark.
Yeah, that's what I was
They
saying.
have to keep it. You know what I mean? I think that, first of all, there's a lot of money that could be
You
given
can only
by
do
all
that
these
for a building, not for a business.
Yeah, but turn it into a museum or something.
But it's the building the business is in. Do you know what I mean? Somebody's. I think there's some power with all of these people that have played there. Somebody could do something.
So let me ask you a question. So they're renting it. They didn't own the Troubadour, right? They're renting the
No,
building.
that's my assumption, because you don't say that we're going to go out of business if you own the building and you don't have to pay a mortgage. That's only my assumption. Or maybe some refinancing was done. I don't know. I don't know the story.
You don't know the
All
story.
right, let's start a petition. Coffee Talk with ADIKA saves the Troubadour.
You know what? I think we get Riki Rachtman to do something at the Troubadour. I'm trying to look. This whole thing goes all the way down. I want to see where it says Riki Rachtman peed his pants or something, or got thrown out of the Troubadour. Something Ricky did out there. I know Ricky probably did something crazy out there. I mean, John Lennon. Okay, really quick. Beatle trivia. John Lennon trivia. What year did? Because I'm looking for the answer. Corey, what year was Lennon thrown out the Troubadour?
72.
No, 73.
Oh.
73?
Yeah.
Who was he with?
Oh, well, he was yelling insults at the Smothers Brothers. He was with May.
Okay, and you know the date?
Oh, no, I don't know dates. I just know it was 73.
But you're saying 73, and you're sure?
Yeah.
You tried to get May Payne.
Right?
He was with May Payne?
Right?
Was
Right?
I guess 72, but I might be wrong.
No, he's wrong.
Who's right?
Corey's wrong.
Who's right?
I'm right. I'm right, because I'm looking at the answer.
Was it 74?
You're an idiot, Corey. That's
Was
what
it
that
74?
bell means. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. It was 74. John Lennon,
Okay.
Harry
Damn it.
Nielsen are escorted out of the
Yeah,
club.
but it was really early in
Smothers
74.
Brothers.
It was really early.
March 12th. It was exactly March 12th.
Damn.
Now, most
What
people
time?
think that when he had put a Kotex on his head after he went to the ladies' room and he started throwing insults at the waitress, that was a separate incident, but that was the same incident, but they were two separate incidents.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, but hey, but on a side note, speaking of the Sunset Strip and Riki Rachtman being our guest today, I don't recall back in the day metal shows at the Troubadour. It was always like the Cat Club or the Roxy or Gazzari's or the Whiskey. I didn't know shows being down there for our shit that we were doing.
Because you were in Burbank.
And Ricky might. Well, I was in. We had FM station.
Was that your thing, Mike?
Well, we had that was the strip on Sunday nights came to the Valley. There was nothing in the Valley. It was always in Hollywood. But Ricky that might be a good question for Ricky later if there were metal shows at the in the heyday, if there were.
Wait,
shows
not to interrupt you guys, but look what Debbie wrote. See,
Yeah, I've said that before. I've always thought that.
hey, you know what? I might not have much hair left, but I look like Lennon, whichever way you want to put. Lennon probably would have won ball too at this age.
I'm just going to go on record really quick saying I'm probably going to be banished to backstage. Please ask Ricky.
No, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to. I'm going to
your wife.
I want to ask you a question. Yeah, my wife. I don't care to talk to Ricky.
What question is going on?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Mike. So back in the Sunset Strip days and the Cathouse days going on, would you go to the Cathouse back then, like when it was happening? Or
I never saw anything until I graduated high school in '86. That's when I started going. That's when we heard about Guns N' Roses on the Strip. That's when you couldn't go to any of those shows because they were sold out. But I was walking the Strip. Maybe a junior in high school, we'd get in a car, somebody's car, we'd get down to the Strip, and that was the time of when you couldn't walk down the Strip. You couldn't walk down the sidewalk without bumping into somebody with a flyer. Guys flying for their shows. Every show was sold out. It was crazy. Also, it was around the time I remember we had the Olympics. I think it was the '84 Olympics. That was another time. So it was before '86. When they had a crackdown on all the hookers and all the shit going on. They had policemen on horses. They were trying to clean it up while the Olympics were in town in '84. So, but the whole thing was you couldn't, not because you could, I couldn't get into the clubs, but of course you'd park your car and you'd walk and you'd see all these people because I loved Rat and I loved Motley Crue. And that's all the stuff that was going on down there. And that was the heyday for our guest that's coming on today, Riki Rachtman. That's his world.
So
I remember going to the Cat Club too. I remember getting into the Cat Club. That was like the coolest thing because it was off the strip on La Brea.
Cathouse or the
Cathouse? Wait, the Cathouse.
Sorry,
Cathouse.
Cathouse. Riki Rachtman's Cathouse, which was on La Brea and like 3rd or 6th or whatever.
Yeah.
Stephen, you took me there when I visited you in '92. You took me to the Cathouse. It was wild.
Well, actually, I remember I had a friend. And how I met Riki was through Ryan Roxy. That's how Ryan Roxy made my career for me, you know. And that's how I met everybody. I met Gilby through Ryan because Gilby was in a band with Ryan Candy.
You met me.
I met you because I played a show with Gilby. I needed to find the bathroom, and the guy's been stalking me ever since. And then I met Riki because Ryan's old best friend was a guy named Daryl. It was a band, Skin Tight Skin, and that's how I met Riki through my friend Daryl. And Riki had a club. They all had these Cathouse jackets, and it was a club, and it was fun. It was I didn't move to LA, but there was a time when Guns N' Roses was playing the Cathouse, and Riki was putting on the show, and I remember there was a whole schism. And we'll talk about Riki. Remind me, Christina Applegate. I remember that whole situation. But there's so many stories to talk about Riki, and we'll bring him up here. I just want to. Did you know Riki? Because you were, of course, you and Matt Storm are friends, Mike. Did you?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you know what's funny is yes, I was around Riki and I with Sorum and stuff like that. But you know, obviously, when you're hanging with the guys like the Guns N' Roses guys, you're just the guy hanging around. Even though I was Sorum's roommate, it was whatever. He wasn't a dick or anything by all means. I did see Riki a few years ago.
He wasn't a dick. That means he was a dick. Riki was a dick to him.
No.
You had to put it out there. You're going to be able to tell Riki you were a 100 drummer a warrant. Go ahead. I'm going to get in trouble. Go ahead.
No, listen. One time I met Bob Rock, and he was very condescending to me because I was with Matt Sorum.
Who did
I
you
was
meet?
just some
Bob Rock,
this producer.
Drop something, Mike.
Turns out Bob was a great guy. He was just Canadian, and he had this elitist sort of attitude. Bob and I are great friends now.
I want you to say Bob Rock's an asshole right now. Say it.
Fasano just insulted a country.
He just insulted Canadian. I know.
Canadians are elitist.
Fuck Canada.
Okay, go back to Riki Rachtman. Save yourself. Save yourself and save a Jew. Go ahead.
Anyways, I saw Riki most recently a few years ago. I did a Janie Lane tribute concert in
Why
Ohio
were you at a Janie Lane tribute?
Because I used to play in Warren. I was the 7th, 9th, and 11th drummer of Warren.
Were you?
So, yes.
I would take that off your LinkedIn. Seriously.
No. I love it.
It has
anyway,
me as LA Guns.
I was in LA Guns. I was on the Mop Up Their career tour. But so we did a tribute concert at the Roxino. I'm sure he's going to remember it. Hopefully not. In Ohio. And we hung out, bought a shirt, took some photos. And
you took
Ricky's
photos?
a great guy. But listen, Corey, you can understand this. When you're hanging out with rock stars, like when you were tagging along with Stephen and Ryan, nobody paid attention to you.
Yeah, I'm totally
when
invisible.
When I lived with Sorum, nobody gave a fuck. I was the guy that lived with Sorum, but nobody. That's the only coolness. Nobody looked at me twice.
Totally invisible, yeah.
Nobody looks at Corey these days. This is what Corey does.
Well, hang on.
Here's Corey at the supermarket. Look at Corey. That's what he does.
Listen,
it's illegal to go outside without a mask, so.
Listen
or
to
pants, Corey.
Listen, if you want me to say somebody's a dick, if they're a dick, I speak the truth. I'll tell you why they're a dick. Riki Rachtman, not a dick.
Okay, who's a dick, Mike? Come on.
Who's a dick? Tell us right now.
I'll tell you who I think is a dick.
Never been. Who?
No, who?
Pete Townsend.
ADIKA. What?
Yes.
Why is he? What did he do?
Why?
I don't want to get into it again. I told the story before, but
should we just do a whole dick?
No. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Michael Olive got Pete Townsend. Fasano. Who's a dick to you?
I interviewed Pete. It was pretty okay.
Really?
That's because he was over the phone, Corey.
Yeah. What about you?
No. In person.
Yeah, he probably was drunk.
Yeah.
Hey, how about you, Pisano?
You know what? I played with Gilby. I played on his record. I met Clem at Gilby's house at one of his barbecues up in the hills. And I was like, hey, after the record came out, I was like, hey, Clem, really loved what you did on the record, blah, blah, blah. I played on some of the stuff. And he just kind of looked at me like, whatever. I met him. I did a signing at Zildjian or something for NAMM, I don't know, 90 whatever, 7. He sat next to him. Hey, Clem, man, you know, still love that record and blah, blah. And he just looked at me like, why are you talking to me? And I've seen him around town. It's like, you know what? It's not like I'm not asking him for an autograph. I'm not asking for a picture. I'm telling him I love his playing.
Go fund Mike now. We're going to go fund Mike.
No, but what I'm saying is, so I've seen him around town. I don't give two shits to acknowledge him or when everybody
my ass.
two shits. So does that make him a dick? Yeah, it kind of makes him a dick.
No. He's a nice guy. I'm going to make.
Bring him on the show.
I'm going to make him
on this show.
I'm
Let's see if he comes on the show.
Corey, who is a jerk to you?
He didn't give a fuck about me.
Who is a jerk?
I don't want to get into this.
Just say a name. I don't want to hear a story like Fasano. Say one name. I get the whole confession.
Your wife's doctor.
My wife's doctor. That's it.
His name's Dr. Gary.
Dr. Gary Forsman. You don't like Dr. Gary Forsman? Well, Dr. Gary Forsman's going to be here tomorrow, everybody. Did you know that, Corey? Tomorrow, we're going to bring Dr. Gary Forsman in the show. But right now, everybody, you know who's coming on the show? I want you guys to give him a round of applause. It's 8:27. We're getting a little early here. He's waiting backstage.
Come on,
ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Mr. Riki Rachtman is here in the house. Riki, hi, Mazel.
I was never at any Janie Lane tribute show in my life.
Never, huh?
Never.
Oh my
Riki,
God.
There's only one ace on guitar, by the way.
Okay.
You were never. Wow. Now it looks me. Now there's potential dickness to you because.
However, you said in Ohio, right?
Yeah, at the Roxino with Billy Morris.
No,
and
Billy
it was,
Morris was
Tom
there.
Kiefer.
Yes. It was a Tom Kiefer
we opened
show.
for Tom Kiefer.
Yeah.
So
I was totally there. Yeah, I think I was there. I talked to you there.
See, you just went from potentially being a dick to now we're good again.
Oh no, I'm a total dick. I'm the first one.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Since we don't want to talk over each other, and I gave everybody enough, my co-host, they got enough time. I'll bring them on when I feel like the time is right. See you later, Mike. Corey from Circus Magazine. Riki, I don't think liked you, but I'll bring you right back for a second. I want to.
Didn't like who?
Corey Levin, Circus Magazine.
Why would I not like Corey?
I don't know. I want to cause hostel. It's a good show. Bring
Trump.
I'm Jewish. He's Jewish. I'm Jewish. You're Jewish. Oive, you're not Jewish. You got to cross. You know what, Oive? We'll put you back there. 3 Jews on a show. This is nice. Corey, I'll come right back to you. Wait, Corey. You like how I did? Look at the poor guy. Look, he looks. Riki? Really quick before me and you start reminiscing down the strip. What famous actor does Corey look like to you?
I have to put my glasses on.
Yeah,
I can't see.
Just don't say anything, Corey. Who does he look like?
Who are you saying?
I want to know. He says it all the time. Who do you think?
The father on Family Guy.
The cartoon?
You don't think he looks like Michael Douglas a little bit? A little Michael Douglas there? He thinks he looks like Michael Douglas. No. All right, Corey, we'll come back to you. All right. Riki Rachtman, thank you. You're my friend.
Now he looks like Michael Douglas.
He looks like Michael Douglas. Riki, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing really good, really
Take
good.
my glasses off so I could see you because my prescription, the bifocals, I can't do the screen. You know,
Would you like me to be a dick right now? I'll be a dick right now. Let's talk about this Troubadour GoFundMe account, okay?
Tell me about this.
Here's the deal, okay? The Troubadour, legendary rock and roll club, without a doubt. When I was in a punk rock band, the first show we ever played was at the Troubadour. I saw so many great bands. The Troubadour was not as big as it was in the day. All nightclubs are having a problem getting people to go to the clubs. Here's my problem with a GoFundMe account, okay? If I go give you money to keep your business open, what are you going to do for me? That's the problem I have with GoFundMe. I'm doing this big charity motorcycle ride. Mm-hmm. I've raised almost $100,000. All the expenses are paid by me. I don't have the money that I used to do this ride, but I'm not going to do a GoFundMe account. So I'll sell stuff, or I'll do cameo videos, or I'll do stuff. If we give money to the Troubadour GoFundMe account, what is the Troubadour going to give us? What I think any celebrity does when they do a GoFundMe account, if you're going to do GoFundMe, maybe it's because you've got cancer, maybe your kids, or maybe something like that. But if I go up to the Troubadour and I go to the door and I'm like, dude, I have no money.
Yeah.
Can you let me in? They're not going to let me in. I know for a fact when people would come to the Cathouse, they're like, dude, look, I don't have a penny. I'm like, go right ahead in. The thing is, businesses asking for a GoFundMe, I don't like that. If the Troubadour was saying, look, for $20, you can buy a t-shirt that says, I saved the Troubadour, or here, make a $100 donation and we'll give you a ticket when we open up. But a GoFundMe account, I just have such a problem with that. Not to say the Troubadour is in a legendary place, but the Troubadour's having problems, the Whiskey's having problems, the Roxy's having problems, live venues are having problems, and I just have a problem with businesses and GoFundMe accounts. That's just my personal take.
Yeah, no, I totally hear you on it. I mean, do they own the Troubadour? Do they own the building or the?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. I figured you would know. I mean, there's such great stories and such history. You know, it's a legendary place. I mean, it's a landmark.
Definitely.
Now it's going to be gone, you know?
Maybe, who knows? But it wasn't doing great before this virus broke out. No live venues were doing good. Live music is not doing very well right now, and that's a real shame because back in the day, we would go, and you know this, Stefan, we would go out. It's like, oh, it's Saturday night, let's go out. Who's playing? I don't know, let's just go to the Whiskey. Let's just go to the Roxy. Let's just go. Because you would just go out, and now it takes so much for people to go out. So to have a GoFundMe account, you know, to help these businesses. I mean, there's a lot of shopping department stores that are going out of business, and they're saying because of COVID-19. But there were also a lot of department stores that were going out of business before the virus broke out. So
it's true, and it's a whole nother era. Now we're finally here to say back in our day. I can't believe we're going to be those guys, you know, back in our day. But it's true,
God.
Ricky. Back in our day, when I first met you, now I'm going back the pages. I'm going back. I met you through Roxy, through Gilby, all those guys. I remember Daryl. Remember Daryl, Skin Tight Skin Daryl.
Yeah, he used to get cocaine from Daryl.
Daryl, I don't know whatever happened to Daryl.
Well, here's the weirdest thing. Daryl was one of the, like you mentioned earlier, was one of the Cathouse alumni. And those were guys that we used to have. Hold on, I'll show you.
You have it? Go get it. Go get it for a second, Ricky. See, Corey, this is how you do an interview.
When you know the person you're interviewing.
Go away. I'm like Dan Rather of rock and roll. Go away. Look at that. Oh, wow. Wow. Ricky, let me get a big picture of that for a second. Hold on. Let me see that.
Okay. Those are the Cathouse alumni.
Wait,
decks.
go get it. Show that again. Show that again. Look at that. I love that. So that's the original jacket, huh? From back in the day.
Oh, yeah. There was only like 7 of them ever made. We were offered thousands for those. And you can see in the It's So Easy video, Axl's wearing one. And the truth is, it was a club. It wasn't a club that anybody could buy their way in. There were initiations, and it was, you know, obviously Axl was the most famous of any of the alumni, but, you know, we all have the same tattoos. We've all done the same stuff. We would fight for each other. We were good friends, and Daryl was an alumni, and I love Daryl, but lost touch with Daryl. Yeah. And then one day I was walking in Huntington Beach down a side street, and randomly, just like we walked into each other after not seeing him for over a decade. I hope Daryl's doing good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love Daryl. I mean, Daryl was alumni. That's all. When I refer to people that are like my blood, I refer to them as alumni. Daryl was alumni, but we lost touch with Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl was a great guy. He was definitely a cool cat. And I remember him taking me to your house, actually, when you were doing the Guns N' Roses playing at the Cathouse, and they did the It's So Easy video at your house. And I'll never forget that. And I remember it was craziness at your house.
Well, that was the night that the Axl Rose David Bowie incident went down, which you can find out about on the Cathouse Hollywood podcast. By the way, a lot of websites and books and everything are telling the story about the Axl David Bowie incident. Well, we have the people that were there that saw the whole damn thing. So that's on my Cathouse Hollywood podcast. But yeah, that night was incredible. And it's one of the many things that Axl and Guns N' Roses did for me that I just appreciate, because that It's So Easy video was filmed at the Cathouse, and that was when they were huge.
Yeah, they were huge. I remember them doing the video. They did, like, I think it was 2 times they shot in a row. And I remember even
they played 2 concerts. They played 2 shows. And that was when, I mean, to be honest, those shows, even Alan Niven, who was their manager at the time, said that night Guns N' Roses was probably at their best because they were just getting big, but they were back home in front of their friends. And, you know, maybe there were 500 people that were crammed into that club. And it was just awesome. I mean, they were the most dangerous rock and roll band in the world. They were unpredictable. And they, you know, if you saw Guns N' Roses during that era, they're the greatest rock and roll band in the world.
Period. Oh, it was great. It was great. I mean, that was one of the best shows I've seen. It was the whole original lineup. The energy was there. The audience, the vibe was there. It was great. I remember being at your house that day. Christina Applegate wanted to get on the list. You remember that story? She wanted to get in, and I don't know if she could get in on that.
What did you say?
Christina Applegate from Married with Children. She was calling, trying to come to the show, but I think she was underage or something around that time.
Yes, but see, I was friends with Christina at the time, and I took her to the Guns N' Roses show when they opened up for the Rolling Stones.
Wow.
And me and Christina were friends, but here's a funny story. Me and Christina were friends. Nothing ever happened. I never kissed her. I never did anything. And we were just friends. And then Erin Everly, Axl's girlfriend at the time, said to Christina, "So what's up with you and Ricky?" And she's like, "Oh, we're just friends." And Erin said to Christina, "Yeah, he says you guys are just taking it slow right now." And I was like, "What?" And since then, me and Christina haven't been friends ever since. But
really?
Yes.
Really?
I mean, we're not enemies. We just, of course, I haven't seen anybody from back in the day.
Of course.
But I never, like, I always looked at her as just like a buddy. Never anything like that, you know. And I think that's what made it really awkward. But yeah, she was there that night. I mean, she worked the coat check at Bordello a couple times, and people would be like, "That girl looks like, you know, the girl in Married with Children." And they're like, "It is." It's like the girl that's hanging out in the coat check is Christina Applegate. And they're like, "Yeah."
She was in Ryan's band, Electric Angels. That video was that filmed at the Cathouse? I forgot. Oh, it was a studio. I don't remember. But remember
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, back then, Ryan had his band with Jonathan Daniels and Shane, Electric Angels, and she was the girl dancing Rattlesnake Kisses. This was the old. But now we're going before Gilby's Guns N' Roses days when there was Candy, and then Candy broke up. Gilby did Kill for Thrills, and Ryan and Jonathan did Electric Angels, and that's where I met Roxy. And then,
there was another band.
Was there another band?
Before Kill for Thrill? Maybe. I don't remember.
I sent Ryan a link to come on here to see if he wanted to come on, but I don't think his wife is letting him on, you know, lockdown and all that. Yeah, he moved to New York, Ryan, at that time, and that's when me and him became roommates. And then later on, I came to LA, and I came to LA. I think I killed the scene. The scene went away when I got there.
That's what most people think. Ryan was actually my friend before Tammy was. I was friends. Me and Ryan, it was like Ricky and Ryan. We were best buds, and that was before I even met Tammy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes,
really.
Yeah, Ryan did the Cathouse Hollywood podcast, and that was fun, just reminiscing. So
all the good stories back then. So Ricky, you had at that time you had the Cathouse going on, and what was it? You had the other club. Bordello.
Yes.
Thursday nights. Was that Thursdays, Bordello?
Yes, it was. Cathouse was Tuesday. Bordello was Thursdays. And for a while, I would do like Cathouse on a couple other days, and then I opened up one in Orange County, and I think that was my phone that done.
No, that was me. That was
me.
It was you.
Yeah. Oh, you were professional there, Stefan.
No. That was
freaking ringer off.
Well, because I got a picture of Mike Fasano and you.
Yes, that was in. It wasn't a Janie Lane tribute.
There it is, right there.
But I do remember talking to him. I wasn't being a dick, but I just I would never go to something that was the Janie Lane tribute show. No offense to Warrant or Janie Lane, that's just not my thing.
You know what? First of all, the ringer on the phone, Hakami China. I did this for you because before you came on the show, you got me crazy. I go, hey, here's the link, and then I'll see you tomorrow. So let's be honest.
You called me. You're like, the reason I want to do this is because I love you and I've known you for so long. But I just knew that I could be such a dick to you. And so you texted me. You're all excited about the show. Yeah, because we got to make it because the show is just building. And I know your show's getting bigger and bigger. So you've got the momentum. So you want it to go. And so you send me this text. You're like, okay, we're going to sound check. And I'm like, sound check right before we do the show to make sure everything works. I go, yeah, that sounds good. I'm driving on the road right now, but I'll be there tomorrow to do it. And you're like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I was like freaking out for a second. I go, oh my God, I'm going to be stuck with these guys right here. Look like this. Look, you're going to leave me with these people? I was like freaking the hell out. And I was like, what? Don't do this to me. And then you go, gotcha. You know, and then we're doing the line check, and I had you on the phone, and I'm hearing an echo. I go, that's your mic, your mic. I left my phone on, and I did it just now. I'm unprofessional, Ricky. I'm out of my mind, you know? Totally crazy. Ricky, what do you got going on now?
Nothing.
You tell them about your podcast now. No, you got a bunch of stuff going on.
I've hosted a nationally syndicated radio show for 17 years called Racing Rocks, which I play rock and roll and talk about NASCAR. A lot of people don't know I've been working in motorsports for a real long time. I've got 2 podcasts, the Cathouse Hollywood podcast, which is released ever so often, but it's been reviewed as the best podcast on the net. It tells the greatest stories of the Cathouse era. Turn your damn phone down. And then I've just released the Triple R podcast, where I just have guests on, and lately we've been talking about quarantine, which I'm kind of bored with. But we had Duff on and Rami from the Foo Fighters. And then last episode, we just had Ace Von Johnson on and AC Slade. And we were just talking about Danzig and Misfits. And I had Tiffany the Pop Star. I've had all sorts of guests. And the Triple R podcast is a weekly podcast. So I do that. I handle all the merchandise for Cathouse, which does well. And I'm about to go on Ricky's Ride, which is a motorcycle ride that I do every year and raise a bunch of money for various charities. And I ride very far. Like last year, I think my ride last year was 14,000 miles. I've been coast to coast on a motorcycle 13 times, 4 countries. I love riding motorcycles, and I don't know how to work on bikes, and just go and ride and raise money. Last year I raised $32,000 for Stop Soldier Suicide.
So you don't know how to work on bikes. So I'm going to tell you something, Ricky. All your information is right down here. www.cathouse.hollywood.
And you can hear my I mean, I would like people to listen to my Cathouse Hollywood podcast or the Triple R podcast off iTunes, Spotify, or whatever. But you can also just find them at cathousehollywood.com. Just please subscribe, because I'm very proud of those shows, and I work my ass. And you know what it is. You know,
totally.
When you're doing your own thing, people sometimes think like, hey, when you got your own show, you take it easier. It's like, that's not how it works. When I was doing like Headbangers Ball or any VH1 shows, it's the easiest job in the world. When you do your own, you work twice as hard for very little return sometimes.
Well, very little return. And, you know, I'm up late at night just trying to get it together. It's a lot of work, but I have a lot of fun doing this, because you know what here it is? I left LA. I came to the Central Coast. I lost in touch with all my friends. And now this virus thing, everybody's like, oh, it turned out to be a good thing for me, because now I'm connected to everybody again.
Right.
And it's like
because they have nothing to do.
Nothing to do. And now's the time to talk to people who would blow me off. It's like, hey, it's me.
I would. I totally
I know.
would.
You never take my phone call. Like, hey,
but
I see you. See you, Melrose.
And I think we even discussed this the other day. Is I like to call people. I think texting is actually antiquated. Texting to me seems like Morse code. You know, like it's like you can get a phone conversation, far more things done in a shorter time just talking on the phone. And during these times, it's nice to hear somebody's voice. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I probably talk to Tammy 4 times a week, and always have. Before the virus, with the virus, we're talking all the time.
Yeah.
And you know, it's great.
No, it is great. I mean, we were on the phone for over an hour the other day just talking.
We really were. If that doesn't show you that there's nothing going on, that nothing does. But I was looking, I'm like, I've been on the phone with Stefan for an hour and a half. Did you know Tammy Down has been sober, drug-free, no cigarettes for over 3 years?
No.
He doesn't even smoke.
Oh, my God. I can't picture that.
He doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. He calls me in the morning. He's going on his daily walk.
Wow. I can't picture him without a cigarette, because that was his thing.
If you would have asked me 30 years ago, I would have predicted this virus before I'd predict that Tammy was smoke-free and drug and alcohol-free for 3 years. Bye.
Is that your lady?
Yes.
Your lady's a tattoo artist, huh?
She's the best tattoo artist.
Tell me about the tattoo.
Leah Vendetta. She's on the TV. She was on the TV show Ink Masters, and she's a really great tattooist and a beautiful French girl. And last year she went on my motorcycle ride with me. And tomorrow is Motorhead Day. Are you aware of that?
Well, number 8, right?
The 8th of May.
The 8th of May. The 8th of May. What are you doing?
8th of May. So I'm going to get a Motorhead tattoo, because I think Motorhead's. What?
Where are you going to get it?
Probably on my leg, because I don't have many spots available anymore.
Nothing, huh? So how many tattoos has your lady given you?
One. That one.
That's it.
A little bit. One little tiny one when I met her.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure she's done more. Now I'm a real dick for not remembering what else she did. This one's probably one of my. Oh, she just did the Eiffel Tower.
This is how I'm. Oh, she did. Okay, that's cool. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Does she ever lay in bed? You guys naked? You're laying in bed together, right? You and your lady, right? She's looking at your body. Look, she's looking at your body, Ricky. She's kissing your chest, right? She's doing what she's doing, and then all of a sudden, it's getting great. And then she looks at your tattoo and goes, "Who the fuck did that bad piece of work?" It never happened, huh? Nothing.
She's got way more tattoos than I do.
No, she doesn't complain, like criticize the other artists if you have a bad.
No,
bad tattoo.
No, but here's the deal. Okay, first of all, tattoos are stupid. Everybody's got tattoos. You can't see a TV commercial without anybody with a tattoo. And they're all big, and there's a lot of really great artists. Well, back when I was tattooed before I was 18. Yeah. There weren't very good artists. So sometimes if you've got old tattoos, crappy tattoos, in a sense, they tell a story. So people sometimes look at people that have tattoos like mine, and they say like, oh yeah, those are, not the greatest graphic, beautiful work, but they tell a story. You can tell this guy's been tattooed for a long time, and they all do tell a story. Yeah. So no, I have some bad tattoos.
I have a lot. I have a lot of bad tattoos. I ended up getting sleeve to cover up the bad tattoos. But we were talking, and I was telling you about the show. This is the one that Oliver Stone, the tattoo artist.
I can't believe. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, wasn't Leo Vendetta on that show with Oliver Stone? I'm like,
no, that show with Oliver Stone. So that's what I got, Rick.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's a great tattoo.
It came out really, and you know what? I was originally going to get it on my hand, right? 718 with a lightning bolt. And I go, well, I want to, and he goes, why don't you do it here? I had nothing here. And
that's a great tattoo.
That was all freehand. He all did, there was no picture right there on the spot. He did it all freehand.
I got TCB somewhere. Do I have TCB right there? I don't remember which arm it is.
Yeah, I see it right there. You got
me and Tammy, one day we were riding from Los Angeles to New York, and we were in Memphis. And we got on Twitter and said like, hey, is there any tattoo artists in Memphis that would like to do a TCB tattoo? And this guy, Wes, who owns this tattoo place in Memphis, said, I'll do it. And it was Sunday. He opened up his tattoo shop and tattooed TCB on me and Tammy in Memphis. And now he's become a really good friend. That's the one thing about my rides that I really enjoy is I honestly, I'm by myself sometimes and I just meet people, and those people have become friends. I mean, there's people that have given me places to stay. We've done things in Cleveland. I said, hey, I'm going to be in Cleveland at Milk Grilled Cheese, and like 50 people will show up and we'll have lunch. I love that stuff, and I miss that stuff, and I wonder how different it's going to be.
It's going to be a lot different now. It's funny you say that because when I was doing these gigs, I was playing an all-nighter. It was tattoo convention, so we would do these gigs, and it was even those tattoo conventions, it was a community, and it was really cool. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be like.
I think now, if anything, I mean, in one hand, when people get political on social media, it really separates us a lot. Mm-hmm. But I think it's also going to make it more of a community. If you're a rocker, if you like metal, if you like punk rock, if you like, motorcycle riding, it's really getting this community knit because we can't do those things. So we have more conversations with each other. I think the meet and greet might be a thing of the past. I know that whenever anybody's ever asked to take a picture of me, I always put my arm around them, and I always like doing that. I don't know if I'm going to do that. And believe me, I put my arm around some stinky, sweaty people before. And I think things might be a little bit different. I know that, bands might go from the dressing room to the stage if we have live shows at all. I mean, it's scary. It's so freaking mind-blowing right now.
Ricky, we could go down the list. Everybody's getting older now, too. Your immune system.
No, they're not.
No. I'm talking about a lot of these big artists that are out there. They're getting old. Maybe like me. I'm paranoid. I'm crazy. I'll admit it. I don't want to go shake somebody's hand anymore. People were doing the fist bumps. I don't even want to fist bump you. And now you go into a store, you see the plastic. It's like going into a bank. All the stores have it. Everybody's walking around in a mask. It makes me get a little crazy in my head because I'm Larry David. I'm paranoid. There it is. I'm admitting the truth, Ricky. I'm a mental kid. How about the tattoo business? That's not going to be affected?
The funny thing is, if you go to a reputable tattoo place, they're always wearing masks and gloves anyway. It was like that was the one thing when everybody was told to wear masks and gloves. It's like Leah had them all here, so it was great.
But still, but
I think that might be a little, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, sometimes you got to stop and you just got to think about what's going on. And it's crazy. It is fucking crazy. I mean, you know, we used to watch The Walking Dead, you know, and just think like, oh, that's right. Who knows? I mean,
we're living in.
What we are living in is the most bizarre, crazy time in any of our lives ever. And the truth is, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Dr. Fauci or Sanjay Gupta. Nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. And it's scary. You know, it's really scary. I'm working for American Flat Track Racing right now, and I was ready to go to every race and do all this stuff. The races were canceled, you know, and we don't know when they're going to happen again. NASCAR next Sunday is going to be the first professional sports event. They're going to have racing in Darlington, South Carolina. No fans, but that's the first professional sports event since this virus broke out. So everything is different. I mean, I remember when they said they were going to cancel all the big festivals and there wouldn't be a show till 2021. I said, that's bullshit. They'll end up having them. And they haven't. And nobody knows when the shows are going to happen. And that sucks because there are a lot of good festivals I wanted to go to this year.
You know, maybe people are going to start live streaming it and make it a thing like that. Even, you know, I have a 4-year-old daughter. So even on that part, she was going to school, you know, had her in school. And now everything is on a laptop, but just hanging out with the other kids, bonding. My wife is all stressed out. You know, we're going to have to keep it back a year. I go, look, it's probably the best thing. I go, she's not the only, my wife stresses about it. I go, she's not the only one going through this. And there's no problem. If we have to let her repeat the same year and let her do it, I think it's good. It's okay. I go, right now, it's a time to sit back. I go, look at it. I tell my wife, Amber, it's like a vacation. Just look at the kids having a vacation right now. And we'll get back on track. But I'm 52 with a 4-year-old. I need a vacation, Ricky.
Let's see what's happening. It's breakups and babies. That's what we're going to come out of this thing. People either going to be breaking up or they're going to be babies.
Breakup and babies. How about over here, Valentina? I want to get my first tattoo from Leah. See, you got some.
Valentina is awesome. She is great.
That's awesome.
Her and her sister. She's awesome.
They want to get the
she's got a
first
Cathouse shirt on.
That is a cool. We got Danielle S here.
Both of those girls. Those girls, I appreciate them so much. They have always been like, I don't use the word fans. I never use the word fans, but they have been supporting the stuff I've done for a long time. And they made this cool song video. Shut up, Dega. My dogs are freaking out.
That's okay. That's it. You got the dogs. I got a dog and a 4-year-old kid. How many dogs you got?
Parrot. But both those girls are really cool, and I appreciate them very much.
Daniela S, Ricky, see, Valentina, thank you for the support. How about, what do you got over there, Dr. Doodle? What's going on over there?
I have a dog, 2 dogs, and a parrot. And now the parrot does this whistling sound that sounds like the starting of that Terrence Trent D'Arby song, Wishing Well, that goes. So now every morning I get that damn Terrence Trent D'Arby song stuck in my head, Wishing Well. Remember Terrence Trent D'Arby?
Of course. Does the parrot speak? Try to speak?
Yeah, he does. But
does he bark? Does he learn how to bark?
Oh, he barks. He says, when it's nighttime, he says, ready to go to bed.
Come on, really?
He says, ready to go to bed. He says, come here, Dega. My dog, his name is Dega. Leah's dog, his name is Attila. He goes, come here, Dega.
Oh, my God. How cool. How cool is that? How long do you have the parrot for?
You want him?
You want to get rid of it? My daughter would probably love it. Does he bite?
Yep. All the time.
It's
bites
great.
like a motherfucker. He bites all the time.
That's great. Here, we got Lynn Barker over here. My next tattoo will be Bowie inspired. Bowie inspired.
Leah's done a couple of Bowie tattoos, and I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leg and just dedicate it to bands. Because believe it or not, I don't have any band tattoos, and I just want to get. That's right, wishing well.
Wishing well.
I'm just going to get my whole legs and as many free spots as I can. I'm just going to get all the bands that were very influential in my life tattooed on me. So I'm starting it off tomorrow with a Motorhead tattoo.
With the look at the Cat Grant Spooky Pet goes, bring the parrot on. What? Can you? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Can you bring the parrot on? This will be great. Okay, let me get the guys back on here for a second. Let's see. Let's see what we got over here. Come in, you guys. Ricky's bringing the parrot on. Okay, Corey, aren't you having a good time relaxing with your foot?
I'm enjoying you guys reminiscing. It's cool.
Where's Fasano? Where's Fasano over there? There's my guy, Fasano. Hold on, you guys. He's more important. Mike Fasano. Oh man, how you doing?
Oh, what
buddy?
is?
You my wife.
I'm
I
good.
love
How are
you.
you?
I love you, Bubala. I love you. My wife says like
You know what? Really quick. Gosh,
We love it.
Ricky for being so into the bands. Didn't want to ever be at a Warrant tribute band opening. We opened for Tom Kiefer.
Are you still on the Warren trip?
No,
Are you
I just
still
don't
on the
wanna be- I
Warren
just
trip?
don't want to be- I
Jesus,
just don't want to be a
Jesus!
dick to me about
I try my
I just
best.
don't want to be a
Amber,
dick
my
to me
wife
about
is watching this. Hold on. Let me go back to Ricky. All right. I'm gonna bring Ricky back on. I'm sorry, you guys. This is why. Oy vey. Just you're so good at the job. You're quiet. You're good. Stay the way you are. Don't go changing. All right.
Oh, shut up!
All right. What do you got there? I got Ricky yelling. What's going on? What do you
That's
got there?
Rollo the parrot. Any moment now, he's gonna try to rip my eyes off.
Oh my goodness! Look at this. I hope the internet gets better for Ricky over here. Look at this. We can't.
This shit all over the seat.
Okay, let's see. What's he gonna do? Okay, hold on. I want to bring Mike Fasano over here.
Hi.
There's Mike from Warrant. Ricky, he's very upset.
How come you got all the Rancid albums behind you?
Because I worked on them. I have a company. I rent drums out in the studio, and I've worked with all of those guys.
They're a great band. I like Rancid.
Yeah.
I used to wear Rancid shirts. I wore Rancid shirts on Headbangers Ball, Pennywise, obviously the Germs, and all those punk rock bands on the. And I don't remember what band it was, but they're like, dude, you don't have to wear our band shirts on Headbangers Ball anymore. I don't remember what band it was, but somebody did that. But yeah, Rancid.
You know what's really funny? Do you remember the company Volcom, the surf
Of course.
company? Okay, so I did a Warrant photo shoot, and I had a Volcom shirt on, and the guys at Volcom at the time were bummed because it wasn't punk rock. No, I swear to God, they got bummed at me for wearing
That's so funny.
It's in one of the headshots. Anyways, whatever, yeah. But no, I have a company where I rent out my drums and I tune on records, and that's my day hustle. I've done it for 25 years. I've worked with everybody from Stevie Nicks to Nine Inch Nails and Guns N' Roses and everything in between. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
anyways, that's my
Fasano, can you get a chicken while Ricky got the parrot?
Nora, can
Did
you
you
get
say
a
a
chicken in here?
chicken or a chicken?
No, a chicken.
We
An
have 3
actual
chickens.
chicken,
Can
Ricky.
you bring a chicken over here?
Yeah, bring a chicken. This is
Because
great.
there's a parrot on.
This is my show. You don't know what's going to happen, Ricky. Yeah. Now,
Yeah, we
Ricky,
have 3 chickens.
Mike Fasano used to be the band for Dad, being the drummer for Dad's Porno Mag with me and Ryan Roxy, and back in the day. And I actually
And I played in Warrant for 10 years, and now I play in a band called Tiger Army. If you've heard of Tiger
Oh, I've heard of Tiger Army.
Yeah, he's the
I
drummer.
play in Tiger Army.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
See, you don't have to mention Warrant to be cool here, Fasano. You're in. Stop.
You know who loves Tiger Army is
Who?
Tracy Guns. Loves Tiger Army.
Tracy, there's a lot of people that came from the same background musically as I
I gotta
did.
hold this thing.
Tracy,
Oh,
Ace
she's
Von
all-
Johnson,
Here's the chickens.
Duff. You know.
Look at this.
Oh my God.
Here we go. Here we
That
go.
Chicken
I won't
almost
hold
looks
it.
like
My
my
wife here.
parents,
You
same
know-
color.
Hold on. Let's sell the chicken. Look at the chicken.
That's Clementine.
Where's the parrot? Clementine, say
Where's
hi
the
to the
parrot?
parrot.
Put
Let's
the
get
parrot, and
in there.
Clementine
Let me
on.
get
There's
out
the
of here.
parrot right
Let's
there.
get.
See your pal?
Look at.
Oh.
Look at
They're
that.
sort of
buddy.
similar, same colors, huh?
Yeah, they're well, you call them prehistoric, don't you? With their
They're like
legs,
dinosaurs.
like dinosaurs, birds.
See your pal?
Why is
There
there a
you go.
chicken in your house?
Well, she just brought it in from outside.
Oh.
We have a coop. We have 3 chickens and we have 3 cats.
Do you
It's
eat
farm's
chicken or
honor
do you
over
eat
here.
the eggs?
We eat the eggs. Definitely eggs. The eggs are amazing. Do you eat meat and eggs and stuff like that?
I never eat pork. I stopped eating red meat, and I eat chicken very rarely. But like, if there's like a veggie burger or something, I'll just eat that. I mean, I don't eat much.
No,
meat
of course.
anymore.
But do you eat eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'll get you a dozen eggs. I'll bring them down
How
to you
about
somewhere.
duck
We'll meet
eggs?
somewhere.
Would you eat
I'll
duck
get you
eggs? How about
What?
Duck eggs.
I wouldn't eat a duck
No, but the egg of a duck.
if it was good.
Brian, come here. Here's. Let me show you my parrot.
Here's his parrot.
Come
Here's
here, my
Stefan's
parrot. Come here.
parrot.
Let me show you. Come here, honey.
Oh,
Look
okay.
at this.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Look at the
Because
bird.
I'm
That's my parrot. That's look, Brooklyn.
Look
Look,
at the bird.
you see? Look at that.
I see. It's pretty.
It's pretty, right, honey?
I'm gonna pack my broomstick.
All right, honey.
Yeah.
Honey, that's my bird.
But it's
That's
not
Brooklyn.
clean.
Oh, look at that. Look at that guy. Look. Look. Come here, Brooklyn. Look at
Do you
this.
like my video?
Oh, I love it. Look at that. Look at it. I want to hear it talk.
He won't talk on
He
cue.
won't talk. He won't talk on cue.
No.
Oh, I love it. Fasano, how cool is that?
It's not
That's
that cool.
My
They're the
grandfather
most
had a
filthiest
a
animals in the world.
Really?
Imagine this. They're the most filthiest animal in the world, and they have the personality of a 2-year-old,
My new.
and they live for 70
Wow.
years.
This
Wa-
is my
wow, wow.
sparkling new
That's-
brown.
Hey, let's show. You want to show your pet, honey?
My doggy is a witch doggy.
It's a witch doggy.
I never clean him. He's my doggy.
Mhm.
He's feeling him
Come here. Come here. Tell everybody.
Then I showed him and then I
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
puppy.
Amber, if you're watching, you can
Don't
take. You want to
make
take the
fun
daughter
of
now?
my puppy. No, I stop.
All right.
I'm
All right. What,
trying
honey?
to get on him.
What, honey? Hey, Mike.
I'm
Mike,
trying to get on
Talk to
him.
Ricky about the animals for a second. Help me out here. Be a co-host.
So,
See?
so what about the dogs? Do the dogs like ever try to go after the parrot?
No. The
No.
parrot is alpha male in the house. I have an Australian cattle dog that are so smart. You should do agility and everything like that. And then when Leah came into the picture, she bought a little Chihuahua, and I've always hated Chihuahuas, but now I love this Chihuahua. And the parrot, if he walks around, he'll go over and he'll bite the dogs. I mean, when I had cats,
So they know.
they know.
So
This
they
parrot
know.
is-
That's funny.
They know. You know, Brian Forsythe from Kicks. If he was here right now, he might try to cook your guys' chicken and parrot. That guy. You know Brian Forsythe?
Yeah,
He does a cooking channel. You have to see the stuff he cooks.
he's a great guy.
He's a great guy. His cooking channel is insane. Now, Corey Leventon over here, formerly of Circus Magazine. Corey, talk about the recipes and stuff. You're a big Forsythe fan.
Oh, well, yeah, he basically is one step down from a cannibal.
Look at the
There's
bird.
no vegetable, no plants that he eats.
No, he doesn't. He's on the whole diet for the cholesterol.
He was-
It's crazy. Corey,
I've
tell
been friends with him and his ex Janice for like 20, 25 years. And only recently, like the past 2 years, did I realize that he's been eating that way secretly for like 10. So we actually we took him to a vegan restaurant in Silver Lake. He must have been puking the whole time just looking at the food, but he didn't say a word. I mean, he's so cool. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he eats about 800. His cholesterol is 800.
What is it, Corey? The cholesterol count?
Cholesterol is 800. Now, a normal doctor would say if your cholesterol is over 200, yeah, you really have to kind of calm it down with the red meat. So Brian thinks that because the balance between his good and bad cholesterol is good, then it could go as high. The total cholesterol could go as high as 1,000. I mean, I love Brian, but that's like kind of insane. But he hasn't died of a heart attack yet, so maybe medical science is wrong.
Oh, medical science is wrong. Corey was on my show. I bring doctors on Friday, Ricky, and there's a clip where Corey just goes crazy on the doc.
I think I saw it.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah, that's Corey.
It's
That's
going
Corey.
viral.
That's Corey. So Ricky, you see, you're gonna love Ricky, Corey, because Ricky's you're basically like, you hear that? That makes you want to never eat it. That never makes you want.
It makes you never want to eat a parrot again.
No, never. A parrot, a chicken. Even see Mike's chicken, I can't do it. Mike, do you eat meat? I can't eat chicken.
I eat chicken. She doesn't eat chicken anymore. She
No.
won't. But
I can't-
I eat everything.
I can't do it.
You know what's funny is she's not eating chicken, but she says if these die, she will eat them. I won't.
What
did you say?
is chicken?
Defend yourself.
If those die, your wife's gonna eat. Is she gonna eat that one?
What are we gonna do? You said you'd eat clementine.
Consider it.
She'd consider it.
I couldn't eat anything that
I'm
I
not gonna
named.
eat our pet.
Were you going to have an autopsy? What if it died of some
I don't
disease?
know. Who
Okay,
knows?
here's
Now you got questions, Nora.
Oh, Nora, tell Nora to
Anyways.
come in. Here's a crazy thing, you guys. So I moved. I grew up in Brooklyn. Came to Manhattan, Hollywood. When I moved to the Central Coast, it's a
Oh,
whole.
you're not in New York anymore?
No, I keep telling you this. We're on the phone 3 times, and I'm telling him, "Hey, so where do you live?" I go, "You see now, bad." So anyway, when I came out here to Central Coast, I never heard of such a thing. These people, they grow their own animals. They take care of them, right? They feed them, and it's H something, and then they go on the fair and they'll nurture a pig and farm.
4-H.
4-H. I never heard of 4-H.
Yeah, they're called farmers.
And it's disgusting. They're animals.
It's not.
It is. Ricky, I'm going to get into this. Now we're going to have a debate. You want to turn this into the Bill Maher show? We will, because I think it's hideous. You cannot raise your animals and love them and look at them. And then it's like me wanting to take care of, like honestly, it's like me wanting to take care of Oy vey and nurture him and love him. And then
I have a question for Ricky.
Wait, hold on. Then I'm going to put you in the oven and give you to Ricky and Mike to eat. Come, I wouldn't do it to you, Oy vey. I love you.
I would not eat anything that I named. And one time I was riding my motorcycle in San Clemente, and I parked next to a petting zoo, and there was a big pig all by himself, and he was hitting a ball with his nose and chasing it. And from that day, I never ate pork again.
You never ate pork again. I mean, you don't think it's disgusting? Corey, you'll defend me on this, please. The 4-H thing, it's like taking care of my dog Blue. I'm going to cook him, sell him to Fasano to make an Italian dish out of him. Come on.
I don't enjoy defending you, Stefan, but you're right on this one.
Thank you very much. It's disgusting. Ricky, you don't think there's something wrong with that?
With what? Raising an animal and eating him?
Yeah.
Well, I have the problem that I get empathy for animals so many times. So I couldn't eat a pig because I know pigs are smart. I kind of like cows now, so I stopped eating red meat. But it's all my own personal ethical reasons. I mean, Leah will eat meat, and I don't have a problem with it. But
the meat, but raising it, taking care of it, and old MacDonald had a farm thing.
Actually, in all honesty, I'm sure it's a lot better to raise your meat. Like Mike has his own eggs rather than buy it at a store where there's chemicals and stuff like that. I mean, now, especially with, the meat plants cracking down, I think it'd be even more scary to eat something that was raised in a farm with all the crazy stuff going around.
Here's Abby Franklin. I'm with you, Stefan. We have a 4-H farm down the road. It's crazy. It's look at the poor. They talk to you. They talk. And how about those other shows where they have all the chickens together? Where there's some documentary.
Those people are just, if they have like a whole bunch of chickens, they're filthy hippies. But if you got like a couple chickens that make your eggs, that's great. I wish I did. I'm not allowed to in where I live.
Yeah, we got Joe Basher. I love Joe Basher, but Joe likes meat. Joe likes meat. Okay, that's good. We got over here. Look, right here. Abby says again, I get too attached to eat something I've raised. I just would feel too. It's just crazy. That's what I think. It's crazy. You're raising it. You're loving it. Then you go to a farm, to a fair and selling it. It's heartbreaking.
Oh, I'll eat this guy the second he falls asleep.
There's not much there.
I think Ricky said it best. I'm not going to eat anything I've named. Do you know what I mean? That's a simple but effective.
Yeah, that's a fact. What's the name of your parrot, Ricky? What's his name?
Rollo, which was the name of the Cathouse skull.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. How about your dog? What's the name of your dog?
Dega, short for Talladega, the racetrack.
Yeah.
And Attila the Chihuahua came with the girl, so she named it.
Came with it. So how's your girl feel about the parrot? She loves the parrot?
Yeah, she's she's French. She's French, so I probably think if he falls asleep, she'll probably try to eat them or something. But
she's French. Does she like snails? Does she eat snails?
Yes.
She likes it, huh?
Yes.
Does she do any French dishes in the house for you?
French fries.
French fries. That's not a French dish. A French fry. Is it cool? Corey, what do you think about the menu of the French?
I don't know. It's just a lot of cream sauces and everything.
Yeah.
Well, we went to France. We had a motorcycle for 4 days in France, and the food is so good, and the cheese is like, I was never a cheese snob, but the cheese is insane.
We love cheese. Me and Fasano love cheese. I could go. You're not a cheese snob, Ricky?
I am now. We rode the motorcycle to Roquefort, where they make the Roquefort cheese.
Wow. Oh, you did? How cool. Wow. You got pictures of that? You take it? Of course. Oh, that's awesome. I would go crazy on that. I'm a cheeseaholic.
Yeah.
Cheese and sweets. Corey, you eat cheese. You eat cheese, right, Corey?
Yeah, I try it and do without the animal rennet. But every once in a while, I'll just have a breakdown. I have a piece of pizza if it's good.
And that won't bother you, huh? The animal?
No, it does bother me if I think about it. You can't be 100% vegan is bullshit, because if you drive a car, you're killing bugs. The car's got leather in it. Yeah. You just draw your own.
A true vegan
line.
Wouldn't have a leather seats in their car.
Right, but there are other parts of a car that actually. This is insane. I'm not espousing this. I'm just saying that you have to draw your own personal line. There's no There's no other way to do it.
There's no other way, huh?
But
So you
there's
got-
people like that are like hardcore vegan. Like, you know, Doyle from the Misfits?
Yeah.
All muscled.
Yeah.
He's hardcore vegan, hardcore animal rights guy. And that guy is like gnarly, you know?
That's a hard thing to do, especially on the road. I mean, what are you living on? Just protein bars? I mean, that's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan, but I try to not eat meat more and more now. But that's just me. I don't want to be in any kind of.
Here's a real guy, a gym guy, right? Derek Sherinian. Hi, Ricky. Always great memories of my first gig with Alice Cooper, Halloween 1989 at the Cathouse. You know Derek Sherinian?
Yeah, he was wasn't he play keyboards?
Yeah, he's Dream Theater. He's in the band Sons of Apollo now with Jeff.
Yeah, Derek was a nice guy. Or is a nice guy. Hi, Derek. Yeah,
Derek,
Alice Cooper. That was something like, and of course I talked about it in the Cathouse Hollywood podcast plug. But when I was a kid, I loved Alice Cooper. He was it for me. And my dad knew, I think, Shep. So my dad said I could go to see the Alice Cooper concert. I'm a little kid. So I went to the dress rehearsal of the Welcome to My Nightmare show. And then I got bad grades. And my dad said that I couldn't go to the concert. And then move ahead a decade or so later. And I have Alice Cooper playing Halloween at the Cathouse. And in the song Trash, he says, "It ain't the way she crawls across the Cathouse floor." And I saw Alice when I went to Paris, you know,
wow.
And it's just like, you know, and Alice Cooper, you know, he's just like the nicest guy in the world. So, and I know that Derek will say the same thing. So when Alice Cooper played the Cathouse, that was one of my like crown jewels of memories that I have.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I do remember when Alice did that. The Cathouse. I didn't go, but I remember to have seen videos of that, and that's pretty legendary.
Yeah,
to have Alice Cooper over here. Michael, Oive, you wanted to ask Ricky something? I know you.
Yeah,
Oive.
Ricky, do you know Red Farmer from NASCAR Legend?
Is Red Farmer still alive?
I don't know. My friend Amy just messaged and she wanted me to ask you that.
Red Farmer's. I don't know if he's still alive, but he's like old school. Like would race anything, would race several times a week. I mean, I know I know the name Red Farmer. I don't believe I've ever met Red Farmer. I think he's still alive and maybe he still races even, but he's like, I'm pretty sure was racing like in the 40s.
Wow.
I know he's a legend.
Let's go with some questions here, everybody. Anybody got a question before we head out of here?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
No, this is something I've always wanted to ask Ricky, and you're gonna make fun of me and say that I'm just trying to stir shit up, but I've
Go
always
ahead. Hold on. Disclaimer, Ricky, you are going right now. Hold on. We got to before you go in your questions. We got to just prepare Ricky for this. Because,
no, you really don't.
But I have to. It's part of the show. It's part of the show. Ricky,
is it a bit?
But hold on, Ricky. No. You are entering Corzine. Ricky, what you are about to witness is going to be a nightmare. So please, ladies and gentlemen,
that's way too long. That thing.
There is no question. There is no question I'll steer away from, and I will always be 110% brutally honest, whether you like it or not.
Okay, yeah. Okay, this is what I've always wanted to know because I was a big fan of Loveline.
Put them together.
I thought it was. I thought you were fantastic on it. I think Adam was fantastic on it too. But I want to know who was it that caused someone to come up with having both of you on with Drew at the same to bring Adam on while you were still doing a good job, and then what happened? Explain the split. Explain what happened in '96.
Here's the true story, and you can also hear it on episode 1 of the Triple R podcast. The true story is Loveline was getting pitched as a television show,
MTV,
and I didn't want to do the show. I didn't think it worked as a TV show. I thought it was good as a radio show. And they still wanted to do it as a TV show. So they brought in Adam to do the TV show. And then they thought they needed to get Adam to have a good, relationship with Dr. Drew. So they'd had Adam, myself, and Dr. Drew on the show at the same time. And then I decided I wasn't digging it anymore. And I started my own talk radio show called the Triple R. in LA, and I went over there. So it was more like they and that's a good question. It was more like they brought Adam on so he would get along with Dr. Drew so they could get a relationship going so they could do the TV show together, because I didn't want to do the TV show.
Right, that's cool. Well, I have other questions too. You're not gonna like these, so I'm gonna.
Please give me one I don't like. That was a great question.
All right. Well, the replacement of Adam Curry and Headbangers Ball. How did that come about? And did Axel have to do with that?
He had everything to do with it. Listen to my damn podcast. You'll hear the story, Corey. Yes, Axel was the one that suggested. He said, I said, man, I'd love to do that Headbangers Ball show. He's like, you want me to call somebody? I'm like, yeah. So Axel went with me to New York for my audition. So when people say oh yeah, it helps when you know people, hell yes it did. And I parlayed that to everything else I did. So I'm always grateful for the help that I had with Guns N' Roses. And if everybody says, oh, you wouldn't have got it if it wasn't for Axel, yeah, probably. I see the first episodes of that show. I was terrible. But the only thing I know is I've been off the show 25 years, and people still talk about it. So there was something, and even if you hated me, at least you had an opinion. The thing about me is I'm not a journalist, I'm not a reporter, and I don't ask boring questions. I try to make it conversational. And when people say, you see me and Stefan giving each other a hard time, the truth is I like Stefan. So when Dave Mustaine's giving me a hard time or Glenn Danzig's giving me a hard time, it's the same thing. Everybody thinks those guys hated me. They didn't hate me. We were having fun, and people remembered it. Nobody asks about the interviews I did with Lars. They were great, and Lars is a cool dude. But they remember Dave Mustaine and they remember Glenn Danzig because those guys gave me a hard time, and it was my job to do something that would be entertaining to everybody. So I liked when people would give me a hard time.
Yeah, that's what that's how we're on the show too. I mean, we kind of bust each other's balls. There was another thing I wanted to ask you. This one you're gonna really hate. You're gonna hate.
I doubt you haven't asked one question
Corey,
yet.
you're doing amazing.
Shocking.
I love it, and I like doing the overlays. So go ahead, have fun.
There was an incident. Okay, I'll just ask it this way: do you regret the incident with Doug Steckler, or are you proud of it?
The incident, which you can hear in episode 1 of the Triple R, was I was dating an adult film star for a while, and I was kind of in a sort of dark place. Not her fault at all. And he said a bunch of stuff about me on the radio and said some stuff about my friends. And I didn't grow up to be a TV star. I didn't grow up to be a radio host. I grew up in LA, and I had the Cathouse. My bird just flew away. See ya. I don't know where he's going. I bet I got shit off. And so anyways, so he said all these things about me, and I was going through a depression phase like so many of us do. And I went to the station, I beat the shit out of him, and I went to jail, and I went from making $300,000 to making zero, and went totally bankrupt. And I was broke for a long time. And he said some wrong things. Do I regret punching him out? It probably wasn't the best career move because I lost every job I ever had and struggled for a while. But I don't know. I mean, yes, part of me regrets it because it's stupid, because you're never supposed to ever resort to violence. But it's I mean, I'm not a fighter. I've had my ass kicked way more than fights that I've won. But I don't know. I mean, on one hand, I've lived a pretty crazy life. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be as grateful as I am now. Because if I kept on going with jobs ruling and this and that and everything, I couldn't lose. And then all of a sudden, I'm on unemployment selling used cars. That teaches you a lot. When all of a sudden, somebody says, are you the guy from Headbangers Ball? And I'm like, yeah, can I show you this Jetta now? That really makes you grateful. So on one hand, I beat up the guy. He went to the hospital, and that isn't really cool. I don't really have any regrets. There's things that I did that were stupid, but I can't say I don't have any. I have any regrets because anything that I did led me to where I am now. Even though right now it's the greatest place, but I don't know. No, I don't have any regrets. It was a stupid move, but I don't say I regret it.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
When is the question that I'm going to hate?
No, I thought you would hate those questions. Thank you.
No, I like getting asked questions. I think it's a kind of interesting story that a lot of people don't know. I have a bad temper.
You know what the funny thing is? I know Ricky, and I never knew that story.
A lot of people. I never
knew that story.
I mean, when I went to jail, the news, it was like our top story tonight. So everybody knew about it in LA. And I had to call my mom from jail. I'm like, look, I did something stupid and it's going to be on the news. And I thought it would make me a big star because I was a guy that wouldn't put up with shit from anybody, you know? Yeah. But absolutely nobody would hire me, because if you hire somebody that has already committed assault and he hits somebody else, that place, which was Infinity Broadcasting, I got bird crap on me.
No, I don't see anything on you.
No, I just felt it. But anyways, yeah, I've done some stupid things. I've gotten in fights and gotten sued and cost me a lot of money. And but I'm a much happier person now.
Yeah, I mean, that's how life is. I mean, Gloria says thanks for your honesty and how to learn from your mistakes. And you know what? We all go through. Life takes you down the road in different places. And even where I'm going now, you know, it takes you down these different. Everything happens for a reason. It makes you better and stronger. And you're always still learning. I mean, God,
I never thought I'd live in North Carolina.
Totally. Ricky, it's so funny. You three right now, us three together, but you two guys out of my whole staff here, you guys are probably the longest people I know, like really, because Corey, you and I met you when you applied for 89. And I probably met Ricky around back then too.
Yeah, before I was on MTV.
You were on MTV.
When I was with Daryl, so it probably was 87 because I was still drinking and doing drugs back then.
Yeah. We met, and so it's a long time. I know you guys and Roxy. And those are the things. I mean, we bust balls. A lot of people think on this show, like, you know, we're busting balls. It's just a way it's showing the love, and it's all love. But in life, there's a lot of crazy things that'll happen. It'll take you down the wrong path. And man, I've been through the bankruptcy, and you know, from top and bottom, and I'm rebuilding my life now. And it's like it's not a problem to ever be embarrassed about.
Even when you went through that stage where you were doing all that gay porn, your friends were still.
You remember that? You remember that? I tried to get you to come with me on it, but
yeah, I'm not a gay porn guy.
It would have been good. We could have been a great gay porn. Three Jews all alone in the corner, and then it would have been a great movie. You know, it would have been great. Ricky, I got to be honest with you. I thank you for taking the time, being here, hanging with my guys here today.
I had a good time. I really did.
Ricky, I love you,
Thanks,
man.
Ricky.
We got to keep more in touch too. You know,
not necessarily.
We will. I got your number. Let me bring over here. These are my guys. Michael Oive, Crazy Kiss fan. I love you. I pick on you. Which record did you play on in the back there? Maybe, and Ricky could help you with any of those records.
I actually met Ricky twice in Galveston on the Motley Crue video shoot for Without You. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then opening night of the Hot in the Shade tour in Lubbock, I think it was.
Yes. Yeah. I did both. The
long time ago.
I have a really notorious bad memory, like really bad memory. It's something that I'm a little concerned of. But I do remember the Motley Crue video, and I do remember the Kiss tour, because I think that was like their reunion, one of their reunion shows. They hadn't played for a long time. And I remember I was walking in this arena and I was stepping on these things. And I'm like, what am I stepping on? And everybody like, get out of there. You're stepping on the pyro.
Yeah.
I was walking on other like little flash bombs.
Ricky, you got a lot of stories, man. You could write a book. You ever thought about doing any of that?
Yeah, I just can't remember anything.
You can't remember that?
No.
I love it. You got good hair. You know, the one I got to tell you, I'm looking at you. You and Gilby got good hair. You're kind of looking like Gilby right now. Look at you guys. I can't believe it. Your hair looks great.
And remember, I'm the guy. Wait, am I still there?
Yeah, you're here.
Oh,
I hear you.
I'm the guy that cut all my hair off in 1992, and everybody was so pissed at me. Oh, you have no credibility. You cut all your hair off. And I'm like, okay, well, now my hair's back. Do I have credibility? No. Oh, shit.
You cut your hair before Tracy Guns cut his hair.
I cut my hair before Chris Cornell. I cut my hair before Metallica. I cut my hair before everybody. And I only decided to grow it back last summer. Look how long it is.
But now you got like the Gilby hair right now.
My hair's better than Gilby's. No, Gilby's got the best.
No, Gilby knows how to master it. He has this good straight eye. He doesn't even need the straight eye. But I've seen Gilby got good hair. I mean, you got good hair too. You know what the funny thing is? I got Larry David here. I'm okay. So me and Corey Leventon, we were roommates, and I convinced Corey, you better start using minoxidil in your head.
And Propecia.
And Propecia. And he was obsessed. So he'd be in the bathroom.
I'd be in the bathroom and he'd go, Corey, that's going back. Seriously, you got to look. You're going to be bald. I poisoned myself for 4 years.
Oh, I got him crazy. And then I stopped the Propecia once I locked my wife down. And then all of a sudden, we had a baby. It was like, that's it. So I'm 50.
I hate having long hair. I hate this so much.
I wish I could do. You got like a Frank Serpico vibe right now.
Serpico?
Serpico, Al Pacino. That's a good.
I'll take that as a compliment.
That's a compliment. Gilby too. Gilby always looks great, man. His hair looks
He
good.
He really does. He's always he looks like Gilby. He just always looks like Gilby.
Even if I get into an argument with Gilby, right? Well, if I would bicker him back in the day, I go, God, he looks fucking good. I can't make fun of his look, Can't make fun of Gilby. He always looks good. He always dresses well. You can't make me. There's a lot to pick on. So I pick on myself. But you know what? I love you, Ricky. I thank you for being here. Oy vey, Corey, Mike Pisano. We love you guys. What you
real quick?
Get the fuck out of here. What?
No, Ricky might like to know this. Red Farmer is still alive, Amy said, and she said if you would like, she'd get you something signed by him. He races every Saturday.
Yes.
He races every Saturday still.
He saved the show.
Is like a legend. We're talking before Richard Petty.
Oh, really? Really? I didn't even know. I thought Red Farmer was 4-H or something over here.
No, Red Farmer, I'm pretty sure raced even before there. I would guess in 1947, before NASCAR started in 48, 49, and I think Red Farmer raced even before that, and that would be that'd be really, really cool.
Really?
I don't ask for autographs, but NASCAR drivers.
Yeah, she said that he was in a crash with Davey Allison.
Yeah,
Davey died, but Red's the one that survived the helicopter crash. But she said
he was in that helicopter. Yeah, they were in a helicopter crash in Talladega, and I didn't know that Red Farmer was in that crash.
Yeah, she said he was part of his crew.
Wow,
that's scary.
So I'll tell Stephanie to get a hold of you, and she'll get. Thing too.
I'll get it for Ricky. That's what I'll do. You get me that, I'll trade that for a Cathouse shirt. I'll be all set. I'll be happy. That's it. That's
Ricky, from Amy Parati.
Amy, thank you, Amy, for that.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, Amy, that's very sweet of you. Really quick, everybody. Any information about Riki Rachtman, we go to www.cathousehollywood.com. Find anything you need to know. His podcast. Any nude photos of me, I give Ricky permission to sell that on his site. I'm trying to help the Jews.
That'll do really well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ricky, I got vintage stuff. Man. I got good stuff to show you. And I wanted to ask you really quick before we let you go. We could put that on your site for sale. That's a winner with the ladies these days. You ever you get into an argument with your wife, Ricky? Show that picture. Go, hey, you want to leave me, honey? This is what you're gonna get. You get this.
Just put the helmet on.
Do you believe this guy has a beautiful wife and a beautiful child? You would never look at it. And look at this. That's him turning his wife on. Hey, tonight we're gonna play Blue Velvet in the bedroom, honey. Let's go. He's getting his wife. Go get your wife, Corey. Show Ricky your wife. Come on. The guy sleeps with a motorcycle helmet on the side of the bed. He's afraid of earthquakes. Look, this is true story. I don't even make this up, Ricky. This is the ADIKA. Look, right? Is that what you tell Ricky about the helmet?
They tell you in an earthquake to stand in the doorway and go like this. What the hell is your hand going to protect? Seriously. So, what's the most protective thing you could wear on your head? A motorcycle. Why doesn't everybody do this? See, you guys are holding me up like I'm fucking crazy. But I'll tell you what. Everybody should have this. It should have a light on it for when the lights go out. It should have a radio inside of it that tells you that it's. I'm not the crazy one. Everybody else is.
Thank you. You and Ricky. But you didn't even own a motorcycle. You're not a motorcycle cowboy.
The whole house is going to come down on you. You're going to be about 6 inches tall, squashed, but your head would be just with a big pile of you.
No. Ricky, no. He's prepared. Look at the bed. Show him your bed.
Look at the bed.
Look at the bed he got. You're in Corey's bedroom. Show him your bed, Corey. What are you doing, Corey? He looks like Mork from Mork.
He can't hear you.
He can't hear me.
He does look like Mork from Mork.
He looks like Mork from Mork. He thinks he looks like Michael Douglas. You look like Mork from Mork. You keep it here. I love it.
Did you see he looked a little bit like Quagmire from?
He's
right there. He looks like Quagmire.
There you go.
He's a monster. Look at him. You can't even get. Look, I give him the time to talk, and he blows it. All right, anybody, we're gonna get. I want to thank Riki Rachtman for showing on the show today. I love Riki. Riki's a great friend of mine. Tomorrow, you wanted the best, you got it. We're gonna bring Captain Fantastic. That's right.
Yeah.
Fran's gonna be here. He's Paul Stanley's right-hand guy. He's got a lot of Kiss stories. He's worked with a lot of people. You guys are going to be here tomorrow on Coffee Talk with Fran. And
I got so upset I knocked my sound out. I'm sorry.
I know. Let Mike Fasano promote Tiger Army over here.
Tiger Army's really good. I like Tiger Army.
You know what, Riki?
You want one of these, Riki? I'll send you something. We'll hook up later.
Tiger Army's good.
Yeah, Riki, don't hang up for a second. We're gonna do the sponsoring really quick. You like the ADIKA show? Subscribe, Coffee Talk. We're here Monday to Friday. We're here 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And also, my wife is over here. She's like putting notes here. What do you got here, Amber? Hold on. Amber, I got a little hot sauce here for you, babe. You want hot sauce? We get spicy and sexy with Bumblefoot's hot sauce at night. I'll put it on your ass. He'll turn you on, hon. My wife's right next to me right now. What do you want? She's put up Fasano's banner. Where is it? My wife is like, how can we China here? We got tomorrow on the show, Dr. Gary Forsman. He's going to talk about your sex life, Corey. And then over here, look at the wonderful Mike Fasano.
Nice
shirt. Look at that shirt.
Looking good in that shirt.
That shirt is rocking. And anybody wants to get a Cathouse shirt, you go to Riki's site right here. Let's put it back here one more time. I'm going to put the banner. Where's Riki's thing? Right here. We got a ticker. CathouseHollywood.com. Go on that. Get that shirt. I want that shirt.
They're all sold out now, but we'll get more in stock.
Are you out of stock?
You have no idea how many Cathouse shirts I sell.
Well, I want that shirt. Are you really out of stock?
It's a great shirt. Great
when you
logo,
get more?
Great memory.
Huh?
I love it. Sell me that pen. It's like you're creating urgency. Riki, you're such a Jew. I love you. When are you going to get more of those shirts?
What?
When are you going to get more of the shirts?
Oh, I already ordered a couple hundred.
We got to get one.
No, we have T-shirts. And for all of May and June, all of the money goes to pay for the expenses for my charity ride. So all the money we raise on the charity ride goes straight to the charity. And like I said, I've raised over close to $100,000, and every penny goes to the charity, and not charities that have employees, charities that actually help people. I raised $32,000 for Stop Soldier Suicide last year. And
really?
who knows what we're going to raise money for this year.
Dude, that's I'm buying a shirt. You don't have to send me. I'm going to buy one to support that. I think it's a great cause.
No, I'll send you a shirt.
I'm gonna still, I'll still send you some for the troops. That's
with all the money you're making from this show.
Dude, I'm a YouTube sensation, Riki. I finally made it after all these years. At 52, that's entertainment. Everybody, we are Coffee Talk live with ADIKA. We love you, and everybody, be good to you, folks. They've been good to you. On that note, we'll see you tomorrow. We love you. Tomorrow's show, Captain Fran. We are out of here, everybody. Goodbye. Mwah.